Hello Tunesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today it's channel shout out time. I've been a bit remiss in these three guys. I meant to do them a good few weeks ago, but with one thing and another it's just not got done. One moment as I scooch forward. I do it all the time, roll back. Anyway, you'd think we were on a slope, although we are not far from the old mine shaft, so we probably will be at some stage. Right, wait a minute, Gav's got to find some wood here to touch because we definitely don't want that happening. Right, let's get back on subject, Gav. Yeah, just the three shout outs. I'm not doing this take again because this is the third one. We've got war games orientated, figure painting, wargaming. We've got a guy that mainly paints figures and for dioramas, and we've got a full-scale modeler. No, let's not full-scale, but a modeler, as in full-on modeler. That was the word I was after. Yeah, I've not done them for a while. To be honest with you, I tend to do these majority of these shout-outs for the guys that I'm interacting with all the time. I just think I can't do a lot for them, and you'll often hear me shout guys out, even at what I call unofficial ones where I'm just mentioning them in a video, because I just think anything to help push people forward. There will be another giant shout out to everybody I'm involved with, mostly because you know I'll leave somebody out by mistake and then I feel really bad. But there will be one coming up in the next couple of months. One I was actually going to do last year. I've got this great big idea of how to do it, and it never got done. A bit like my Japanese lady bust at the moment, which is still languishing in the box at the moment, waiting to be finished. Don't know where that came from, but right. Let's get down to the actual people in question. That might be it. I will put. YouTube has started doing this thing now where you put @ in front, and that becomes the link to that channel. So I'm hoping to do that. If it doesn't look like it's working, I will go back and put the old-fashioned links down, cut and paste, that type of stuff. But just press on the person's channel at whatever and the channel after it, and it should, hopefully, like the Yellow Brick Road, take you to their channel. Right, I'm diverging again, sort of. Right, now we've got Lee and Mel over at the Battle Bunker HQ. They do a whole host of war games, from historicals, fantasy, sci-fi, you name it. They've got it nailed, really. They've got their own games room. They go around other gaming places, and they'll do reviews from there and walk-arounds. Mel's done some very good painting tutorials on, I believe the ones I've watched have been fantasy related, but it's always great to see how another painter has a take on doing their painting. They do lots of like armies on parade, as I would call them, showing off Star Wars Legion. They do American Civil War. Just really interested in wargaming and obviously painting the armies up to do the gaming with, and they're painted up to a high standard as well. Lee is a fantastic fella. He won't mind saying this. He's got some mental health problems. I'm saying it because he's been open about it on his channel, and I do think apart from like boring you all to tears with it all, but if somebody watches what he was saying and his fights with head problems, it might just help somebody. If it helps one person, then that's one person that might be on the road to either not getting any worse, or at least knowing that they're not by themselves. So well done, Lee. Well done for that, standing up and saying them things. But he's a real jolly fella, you know what I mean? He's full of enthusiasm for his subject. So's Mel, the son who I'm real sorry I forgot your name. It's not hard for me to forget things with my own head problems. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm not a battle rep person. I've always said, particularly. It's even when I was gaming myself, it wasn't something I particularly watched in other people's stuff, I'd look at them for the figures, terrain and things like that, but that would be about it. But Battle Bunker HQ, go and check Lee out and his wife Mel. Number 2, we're going to the scale modelling world now. That's Model Kit Stuff, and that is Jason. Jason is, as he himself says, mainly a ship modeller of all genres and scales and whatever. He has it. If it floats, he has a go of it. He does anything from the normal plastic, the 1 in 350 scales like that frigate that I'm doing. Although a lot of what he does is like his Second World War, some of the Great War as well. But he does wooden ships as well, proper planking and stuff like that. But he'll also do aircraft, a bit of armour, cars. He just enjoys, his model kit stuff. He also does some excellent tool reviews, and especially if you're starting out, I think it's seeing some of his, not so much reviews on. He'll always tell it like it is as well. I like that, but it's not so much a review, but he's saying, well, this is what. At the stage of your model building, this is what you could probably be looking at getting tools-wise, what you may well need, or maybe a bit more of a luxury item, which will still help you. But yeah, I like a lot of what he does. It's there's bits I'm not lie. There's bits that I'm like. It's a shame when he's doing a fantastic Queen Mary 2 build with the actual architect of the Queen Mary 2. Now, it's weird. Apart from military subjects at sea, I like trawlers. Oh, who'd have thought it? Trawlers and container ships and stuff like that. I've just got no interest myself personally in liners and cruise ships. The engineering side of it, is obviously can be looked at, but they don't do anything for me. But the details that the two guys are going into on this build, and obviously the guy who I can't remember now, as usual, the naval architect, he's giving you insights into that particular part of the build, as in from not only as a modeler himself, but as the person that actually put all the ideas together and came up with it. So yeah, please go and check Model Kit Stuff out, and that's Jason. He's over here in the UK, and I should have said Lee at Battle Bunker. He's down in the southwest of England. Just give you some geography to where people are. So yeah, so that's Jason at Model Kit Stuff, and then we've got World History Miniature House, and that's painting mainly 1 in 72 figures, and that's it's probably Robert, but I'll say Robert in the UK, but it's probably Robert. He does some fantastic painting in 1 in 72 scale figures, and then he puts them to the dioramas, and he has as much fun in doing the dioramas, and some of them are spectacular. I mean, they're huge. Yeah, like the Mayan or Aztec one that he did, I thought was fantastic. So he'll do a whole range, whatever takes his fancy particular period. At the moment, it's like Swiss in the. I'm never very good at medieval stuff, but medieval Swiss, I would have thought would be maybe the later period of the medieval period. I'm not too sure, but go and check Robert out. Robert, could just call you Rob. It's lovely work, and he's full of enthusiasm, and I think you'll enjoy it. So that's Battle Bunker HQ, Model Kit Stuff, and World History Miniature House. Again, I'm not twisting anybody's arm. Even if you do, if it's not for you, you don't want to sign up. Maybe just pick a video and maybe just give it a like. Just help people along, really. That'd be very kind of you. I wasn't going to do it, but I've got the lights on, so I haven't got time to do I am going to do the face painting tutorial for the basic painting figure. That's getting done this week. I couldn't do it last week. Wife was on holiday, so she was doing loads of her own DIY and just crashing and banging around the place, and it's not good for doing videos. So that will be done at this week, probably towards the latter part of the week. I've got to catch up on some commission painting because I've been doing other painting which you're about to see in the evenings, and that also forestalled the last few days doing anything on the ship or the starfighter, and painting the base for the snowspeeder as well, but we'll get there. Right, so yeah, there will be another video coming up, and that will be on the Barbarian figure that I printed off 3D print, that I've got on my little printer and haven't done any since. Well, I am going to be doing some tomorrow, because after this I've got some figures to flock on the base, which is the Napoleonics I've been going on about. You haven't seen those only because the second unit that I've done is now almost up to the front. It just needs flocking and a varnish coat, so you might as well see two for the price of one. They both look the same, but hey, they look a bit more impressive on the video. And then I've got some other bits to show you as well in the week. Look after yourselves, because I've already forgotten what I've just said. So look after yourselves, and we'll catch each other very soon, like in a few minutes, on another video.